flush.
They're going for the throat. And they go to the intentional foul. You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity to be successful in this league. Chicago is building towards that, but it does take time.
Toronto calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And the Raptors making a change here. Pass to Boucher. Back to George. Outside Williams. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Allen. Here's Barnes. And he banks in the layup.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Bulls trail by 10. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Toronto.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
They've also done a great job finding openings and exploiting them. Take those lanes when they're given and turn them into points. You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Substitution for the Bulls.
Here's Chicago. 8-point game. Here's Mitchell. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you figured once Gobert was traded, it was a matter of time before Mitchell was moved as well. You knew a team would jump at the chance to add him, and here we are now. A new start with a starring role for Donovan Mitchell.
What you love about Donovan Mitchell is he's already proven that in the playoffs he is willing to be a go-to scorer. He's committed to improving his game. He's got to continue to work at the defensive end of the floor.
Now, here's George. To the inside. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. Pushing it up. Stolen by Mitchell. 34 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to George. Bulls moving the ball around. Wiggins inside the line. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Yeah, Chris Boucher, the ability to score even though there's bodies around him, that's an impressive finish.
Now, here is Young. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Murray. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 7.
And look at the inside presence already for Murray. It'll be fun to watch this young man grow.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter.
The Raptors, 22.
Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here as we get underway once again. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Allen outside. 6 to shoot. Young for 3. Drills it from outside.
For 3.
Young's got the lead up to 10 now for Toronto. To the middle. Here's Wiggins. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. From deep. And Trae Young gets the three. Young's got 6 points.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And this is what they're asking for from Dennis Smith Jr. Keep your eyes up and be ready to make a play for your teammates.
It's Allen on the wing. Back to Young. Second chance shot. And it's good on the way in. He's got 14.
And I'll tell you, the combination of agility, wingspan, and stamina, very difficult to keep Wilt from scoring off those misses.
A nice shot by George. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth, and it's not usually literal. But what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They've kind of checked out mentally. And I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport.
Here's Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Andrew Wiggins simply skies to finish that shot.
Pass to Chamberlain. The kick out to Young. Drives to the hoop. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on JaVale McGee.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That free throw good from Young. And the way Trae Young, GA, is the focus of this offense. The numbers just pile up.
Yeah, I mean, they run so much through him. His usage rate is off the charts. Led the entire league in total points and total assists in 2022. And that hadn't been done in 49 years.
Smith surveying the D. Pass to George. Shot clock at 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And George drops them both. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive play.
Here's Clark, and it's Clark with the jam.
Well, really nice delivery from Andrew Wiggins. We know he's a gifted scorer, but that will really smooth out his game.
Toronto calls timeout. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Pass to Booker. Chamberlain a screen. The drive by Booker. And Chamberlain gets it to go. Chamberlain got 16.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Mitchell. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see. That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
On defense, Chicago. Trailing here by 8. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The Raptors Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Both free throws good from Booker. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career.
Here's Barnes. Here's Chamberlain. Another shot outside for Murray. And another shot. Indeed, Chamberlain traps it in. Chamberlain got 6 points in the quarter. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Bulls. It's a 10-point game. Mitchell is double. Back to Capella. Kicks it out to Mitchell. And in this era of player movement, Greg, we're seeing guys often fit teams on fit or style of play. When they look at that, what are they looking into?
You want to have fun coming to work every day, Kevin. I mean, the money they're making, most guys are going to be set for life. But I think they recognize it's about the journey and who you have the opportunity to take that journey with.
With that deep stroke, I like Barnes' ability to switch between the 3 and 4 spots. Two distinct things in terms of spacing on the floor and the requirements of the jobs.
Pass to Capella with the crossover. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Chamberlain.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The Raptors shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Fred VanVleet shooting 1.
And that one misses.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls.
For your Chicago Bulls. Once again, your Chicago Bulls.
Toronto leading by 10.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left from the first half of basketball. A nice shot by Young.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Inside. Here's Wiggins. And he makes good on the layup. Wiggins has got 4 this quarter.
Well, that's a beautiful pass by Donovan Mitchell to a ready shooter, and his focus as a distributor has really improved.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, and we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, D.A. Thank you so much. Growing up around New York City, Doris, Donovan Mitchell was around pro sports as a kid.
He sure was, Kevin. His dad obviously worked in baseball. Donovan spent a ton of time in big league locker rooms. And how about this? During the 2010 famed decision from LeBron, Mitchell was actually in the crowd listening to it.
Offensive rebound. Oh, the power on that through.
And one of the most prolific scorers you'll find. Wilt keeps finding ways to raise the bar, as evidenced by his output here tonight.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
For your Chicago Bulls.
Bulls trail by 13. Wiggins outside. Takes it inside. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Wiggins has got 8.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Here's Young. Here's Chamberlain. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Chamberlain got the lead up to 13 now for Toronto. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Mitchell wide open. Another 3 for Chicago.
This is when it gets scary for defenses because Donovan Mitchell is comfortable, he's in rhythm, and he's torching the defense right now.
Allen outside. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up. And Allen, just an incredible defender, has a grit and grind mentality and uses his speed and strong hands to just annoy offensive players.
Toronto calls timeout. Stolen by Mitchell. Chicago calls timeout.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
It's time for your Chicago Lovables.
Got a piece of it. And so it's Toronto holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll return shortly. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Barnes. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The key member of that 73-win Golden State Warrior team was Harrison Barnes.
And almost the forgotten part of the famed death lineup. It was Barnes, Steph, Clay, Draymond, and Andre Iguodala. Harrison, a big piece of that 2015 championship team as well.
Uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Bulls trailed by 11. Outside, George. Nice move. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, Paul George has got a tight handle, right? The zig, the zag, and his way through the porous defense.
Young with no one around. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 16 points.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Raptors leading by 12. And the foul called on Grant Williams. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
For your ball.
Barnes outside. Looking for Chamberlain. He gets it there. Misses from close range. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Bulls. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that will be the middle game of this three-game homestand. High post Chamberlain. 24 points for him. And the layup's good off the glass. Chamberlain got the lead up to 14 now for the Raptors.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Pass to Chamberlain. Young for three. It's hauled in by George. Bulls trail by 12. And Barnes sends it back.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
And that one, good. Chamberlain got 4 points this quarter.
Such an instinctual player. Young often sees the opportunity before anyone else.
Back to Batum. This one for three. The rebound by Wilt Chamberlain. Young looking around. Here's Chamberlain. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play.
Personal foul.
It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. Chicago making a switch here. The Raptors have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, right now, Andrew Wiggins understanding in the catch and shoot, they can't guard him.
Chamberlain. Second shot opportunity.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And he's just had one attempt at the line early.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
There's a screen. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Kept alive. Chamberlain with the block. And they recover it. On the wing, George. And stolen by Chamberlain. It's tipped. And stolen by Wiggins. Pass to Capella. Now Boucher. In the corner, it's Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. And here's George. Takes the three. Collins grabs the miss.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
A nice shot by Young.
And we know Young is supremely confident from range and knocking down those three balls like it's no problem at all.
Chamberlain with it. And guarded by Capella. Young in the corner. And Boucher sends it back. It's a hand on it. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Chamberlain got 10 points here in the second half. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Raptors?
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
2 minutes remaining.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
Collins in the post. Nobody near Barnes. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 20 to end the drought. Oh!
Well, it's like the ball is an extension of his hands. Wiggins with the impressive handle.
Pass to Collins. Here's Chamberlain. And the layup falls. Chamberlain got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And a deep three from Young. The quick look, no good that time. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
You can see Donovan Mitchell's speed and ability to get separation in transition. He is dangerous out there.
Toronto calls timeout.
Timeout. Here they come, fans. Turn your attention to the clock for your Chicago Bulls.
Raptors leading by 18. To the paint. Here's Chamberlain. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight. That free throw good from Chamberlain.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
A shot by Batum, no good. And so it's Young who brings it up for Toronto. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
Raptors ball.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Kicks it out to Collins. Back to Chamberlain. They double-team Chamberlain. To the inside. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Booker with no one around. They get the rebound. Tries again. And it's in there.
In this situation, Devin Booker on the catch will never hesitate.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Raptors running away with it. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Bulls Youth Dance Team.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Smith. Here's George. Out to Smith. On the wing, Batum. Back to Smith. 6 to shoot. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Young from outside. A new 14 for the Raptors. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
And the media is able to vote on awards like All-Rookie. But, Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hands.
And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Pass to Thompson. Out to Smith. Beyond the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Smith's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And a deep three from Booker. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage. And you know, guys, in the first half, he was a lot more focused. Maybe he's feeling the heat of the defense a bit more here in the second.
It's been all Raptors. And here's Chamberlain. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And here are the Bulls now. Here's Smith. And the dunk by Smith.
You know, there is a strength that Dennis Smith Jr. plays with, even against big bodies. It matters not.
Outside for Murray. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Bulls. Higgins outside. Pass to Batum. Goes to the reverse layup and claps it in.
Touch right around the rim by Nick Batum. Go ahead, score inside. Nick, show him what you got.
Here's Chamberlain. And Booker able to finish.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backcourt.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Bulls Youth Dance Team.
The Bulls making a switch here.
Let them hear it, fans.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Greg, we're seeing more fines recently for the language that players use with the media. Is that a concern?
I don't think it should be a concern, and I'm not kidding. The league's going to have standards of decorum. You're on TV. You got to keep it together. However, I think that as a society, we're a little more tolerant of certain words that are used in public.
Bulls making a switch here. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Turn your attention to the court for your Chicago Bulls.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Mitchell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Will Chamberlain picks one up. And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the games. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initials, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
Booker in the corner. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
Bulls ball.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Pass to Wiggins. Mitchell left side. Boucher with the ball. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him. Back to Boucher. And the dunk by Boucher.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
It's good. Chamberlain got 48.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Pure determination here, guys. A fourth quarter run that has them looking better and better as we get ready for the stretch run.
Now Young. Booker outside. Back to Young. Toronto working the ball around now. Just 4 to shoot. Kicks it out to Allen. Down low. Here's Chamberlain. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
He's the leading scorer tonight, being aggressive, and so far, no one's found a way to slow him down.
Boucher up top. Back to Mitchell. Pass to McGee. Well, you're looking at the MVP race last season between 3 incredible big men with Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Analyzing that, Doris, what's your big takeaway?
The idea that the big man, the 5 spot in the NBA is obsolete, that argument is over. What impresses me is the skill level of NBA players, particularly manning the center position in the modern age. Highly skilled, can shoot it, can take it off the bounce, and are exceptional passers. Boy, this is fun to watch.
Allen for 3. He's off on that one. And it's Chicago the other way. Wiggins outside. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, increasing consistency from range. This is one of the things Andrew Wiggins is working on.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Raptors substitution. Fred Van
Allen in the post. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
George with the ball. And Allen picks him up defensively. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Toronto.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Pass to McGee. George looking over the floor. Mitchell outside. Shot clock at 6. Oh, good on the triple. It's been all Raptors. Chamberlain with it. They double-team Chamberlain. Pass to Bertans. Off target from outside.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
George double-teamed. And then Clark slams it in.
Yeah, really smart move by Paul George. Feeds a ready shooter instead of forcing his own shot.
Van Vliet with it. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home.